I've stayed at some of the world's most iconic 5-star hotels, so I know what a true luxury hotel should feel like. And today, I'm in Detroit checking into the city's only 5-star hotel. The price? $219 a night, which is actually a steal compared to the US average of over $500. Detroit itself has an incredible story, a city packed with culture, history, and resilience. So how does Detroit's only 5-star hotel measure up? Let's find out. This is the Godfrey right here, and if you look over here, a bunch of restaurants. We have Nemo's, which is like bar and grill, Altava Via, which is like Italian food. There's other ones in the area as well, so it's nice that they have a lot of options. We're actually going to Altava Via. Another great thing about this hotel is you don't necessarily have to use their parking. Their parking can be kind of expensive. If you want to park overnight, it's $35, and if you have an EV that you want to charge, that's an extra $10, so $45 per night. Or they have a bunch of street parking. They have some on this side as well, around the corner. If you want to park, you can park along the side for free. We are about to check in. This is the front desk. How I would explain the decor and just the vibe of this place is modern but classy, elegant, better than like an all-white marble type hotel that looks cold. It's very, very comforting. So far, so good. Everyone's really friendly here. Elevator is really pretty. It's the standard key fob and press. So that's good because it's nice and secure. I love how the hallways are light and airy. They're not dingy, because we have windows all the way through the hallways. But then when you turn the corner, first of all, you see Marshall Mathers. Turn the corner again, and all of a sudden, it's more of a cozy vibe versus airy and modern. The Godfrey. Wow, this is so nice. Let's do a quick room tour. First things first, when you walk in, the width of this entrance already screams 5-star. The fact that they give you that extra room, even just to put your luggage to the side and still have all this room to walk around, is fantastic. Another thing that I love is over here, they have a coat rack. It comes out like this and you can snap it back into place. Right here is a very beautiful bathroom, modern. I love that backsplash behind the toilet. I love how much counter space they give you. A huge, huge, huge thing that I'm pretty sure most people look for when they enter a room, at least I do, for hotel rooms, is good makeup lighting. It's important, it's essential, it's how you start your day. And so the fact that they gave an up lighting, they have lights in the mirror, fantastic. We have all our towels down here. Everything looks really clean. I'm not seeing any dirt in the corners. I'm not seeing anything that's grossing me out. And the shower is really spacious as well. We're gonna have to test out how the pressure of the shower is because I hate when hotels don't have good pressure. So hopefully we can figure that out. One thing that I noticed a lot of 5-star hotels tend to do is they usually partner up with a luxury brand for their shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Over there we have some body lotion as well. I'm not familiar with this brand. It's called C.O. Bigelow, but I won't be surprised if it is a luxury brand that the Godfrey partnered up with. And that is something that in all the 5-star hotels I've had the opportunity to go to, I've noticed is they always have a luxury brand to pair with. I will be wearing this tonight. When we come over here, one of my favorite parts of this hotel is this full-length mirror. A lot of hotels for some reason don't have full-length mirrors, which I think is crazy. So when you close the bathroom, it's a sliding door. We have coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker like that, so this is not going to be used, but for people that are, it's great. And you can look at some artwork as you drink your coffee as well. Below, we also have a fridge, which is fantastic. And then we have some places to hang your coats, your clothes. We have an iron right there. Can we start a petition to replace irons with steamers instead? Steamers are just better. Let's be honest with ourselves. We have this nice bench right here. If you wanna, put on your shoes before you leave the house, it's made convenient. When we come over here, we have this huge TV. I'm pretty sure they said it's 65-inch and it's personalized. That's just a nice little touch that just makes you feel that much special. It shows the 5-star treatment that you want from a 5-star hotel. Another thing that I love here is once you walk in, the ceilings are quite high. It just makes the place more airy. It makes it feel bigger. We also have a desk here if you want to do some work. We have this really cool chair. The shape of the back end. This is not something that you just put in any hotel. It's something that you really thought through and you wanted to have an identity and put an identity to the hotel. All of these details just add to a whole that just feels 5-star. And you'll see more of it as we go through the hotel. So coming this way, the grand finale, or part of the grand finale, we have the king bed, which I'm very happy to jump onto. Should I jump onto it right now? Let's do the bed test. Let me take my shoes off first. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that is comfortable though. What I really like about this area is the lighting fixture on both sides. It's very symmetrical. When it's turned on, look how gorgeous that is. It's another example of unique touches that just come together to bring that 5-star experience. Even the back lighting here, this is the back lighting off. It's still very pretty, but then with it on, it just adds that little je ne sais quoi. We also have little reading lights over here. So if you're reading a book at night, you can turn the light on without bugging your partner. They really think about the person that is staying in the room because it just charges your phone. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this in a hotel. In all the hotels I've stayed in, I've not seen this yet. Super convenient. Oh, blackout curtains, which is nice. We have this huge window and we have this magnificent view. Detroit is, of course, very industrial. It has a lot of rustic vibes, so we get a full display of the rustic vibes right here. It seems like it's a very convenient area. And that is the room tour. So we just left the hotel. So many things to do around. First stop, Belle Isle. Belle Isle is about 20 minutes from the Godfrey Hotel. Far enough that you definitely want to use a car, but close enough that if you're trying to make a day trip to Belle Isle, it's very convenient. The Godfrey Hotel is in the Corktown, and Corktown in Detroit is kind of close to a lot of things to do. It's in a fantastic location if you're trying to stay in Detroit. Outfit change because we are about to go to the Whitney. The Whitney is a 6-minute drive. It's kind of like a Victorian restaurant and it has amazing reviews on Google. So we're really excited to go there. Like I said, the Godfrey is surrounded by amazing restaurants. When we were doing our trip planning for staying here, we were overwhelmed with the amount of restaurants in the area. So if you're a foodie like me, or if you just like to go out, have fun, even bar hop, whatever, you're gonna find it around the Godfrey. We have our bags sprawled out on the floor and look at all the space we still have to maneuver in. It doesn't feel claustrophobic or as if the room is packed with luggages. A third one can probably even fit here and still be fine. The Whitney. This house reminds me of Hill House from the Haunted of the Hill House, that big stairs. Yeah. Didn't notice this before, but the Godfrey actually has a nice, very artistic mural on the side of the building right there. This area is bumping too. I know it's a day before the 4th of July, so that probably has a lot to do with it. But if you're looking for a lively area, it's bumping enough that you can have fun, but not too bumping that if you don't want that, you'll be bothered by it. That was the end of day one. We can see the city skyline. We can see the Motor City Casino over there. Of course, as we all know, in person, it always looks way better than on camera. And another cool thing is because of the underlight, if you need to use the bathroom at nighttime, you don't have to have harsh lights looking down on you. You can just kind of come in here, do your business, and still be able to remain kind of sleepy, but still see where you're going. Let me show you what this looks like on without anything else on. It looks like 2 car headlights coming at you. Do you think that's what it is? 2 car headlights? And it's like Motor City because we're in Detroit. So they're repping for the city.
And and the bed is like a grill.
Oh yeah, and the bed is like a grill. Yeah, the headboard is like a grill. And then these are the headlights. I don't know if we're reading too deep into it, but if it is, that's really clever. Shout out to Detroit because it is the Motor City. So that's the end of tonight. Tomorrow's a new day. Let's see what tomorrow brings us in the Godfrey Hotel. It is the next morning. We are on our way to the Hamilton to have brunch. What does that say? Hopeful. Reminds me of New York in a way.
I don't know how to describe.
The best way I can describe this place would be maybe French style, I want to say. I love the bulbous lighting fixtures all over the place. It has nice lateral lighting. It's very cozy, but also very airy and spacious. And I love the like muted tones of blue mixed with the leather, lighter caramel brown that they use. It complements each other really well. They also added plants in different spots just to bring some greenery into it as well. It plays a lot with shape to also add to the feeling and the ambiance of the whole place. And for some reason, I really like this passageway. They really thought through the design. The menu is the same as what we have in our hotel for dining, which should be interesting because one thing I find with hotels, regardless of if they're 5-star or not, is that room service isn't the best. So it's nice that if the food here is good, then the room service is good because it's all coming from the same area. We'll see how the food is here. I'm not a coffee drinker, so Luke is gonna do the customary coffee taste to see how it is.
Coffee's very good. Definitely did not disappoint. This is probably like an 8.5.
You heard it here first, folks.
I drank a little more and I'm changing my ranking to a 9 out of 10.
I'm not a coffee drinker, but he keeps telling me this coffee is so good, I kind of want to try it. It smells good. Oh. It's a 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm getting that coffee. I've never had one coffee that I actually liked.
My original rating of 8.5 and the upgrade to 9 were both premature. After drinking almost this whole cup of coffee very quickly, it is getting a 10 out of 10. This is an updated ranking. You heard it here first.
Okay, we got the house-cured salmon, and we also got the Belgian waffle, which comes with Michigan maple syrup. Interesting.
Ooh, Michigan maple syrup. I know what Canadian maple syrup tastes like, but I don't know what Michigan's going to taste like.
And the last thing we got also is this house-made pastry, and this is a blueberry coffee cake. I am going to have a taste. If the coffee and the pastry is an indicator, the food is about to be fire.
There's no way you're drinking coffee with a straw.
Oh yeah, and I don't sip my coffee. I chug it.
That's ridiculous.
Delicious.
No way.
I take my coffee like I take my shots. Fast. The portions are quite small, but I have a feeling that when you're actually eating it, it's gonna fill you up pretty quickly. It's good. It's like smoked salmon on a very crispy hash brown with some cream cheese. I would say that is like a 7 out of 10. Let me try the Belgian waffle. It's not too dense, which I like, and also the sugar is like perfect. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. We just finished breakfast and now we are heading out again. This time we are heading to the Henry Ford Museum. It's 15 minutes away. We just got back from fixing Soul Kitchen Detroit and the food was tantalizing. It was the best food experience I've had thus far during this trip. It is a 7-minute drive from the Godfrey Hotel. It is owned by former NBA star and Sacramento Mayor Kevin Johnson. So that's a fun fact. I highly recommend 10 out of 10 every single thing. Their biscuits are to die for. And if you have been there, I'm pretty sure you can attest to how great it is. One thing I like about this lobby is apart from looking pretty and looking aesthetic and the ambiance is nice and cozy and fancy, if you are waiting for someone in the lobby, it's nice that you have a TV to watch. I don't really see too many hotels that have TVs. At least I've never noticed it. But if you even want to do work, for example, they have these tables that are movable. Actually has some weight to it too, which is nice. If you wanted to like maybe look outside as you're doing work, you can sit here and have your laptop here and work. One thing you'll notice throughout the hotel that I really love is piece of furniture, tables, lighting. It's very customized. It's like a mix and match. They don't put all of the same chair or all of the same couches. They're all very different. You have this over here. Let me get it. Oh, this is really comfortable too. You can, spread out. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, you can just spread out if you're waiting for somebody. And then we have this like lobby bar over here. Very fancy. I am obsessed with these light fixtures. Even the garbage disposal. This is a very pretty piece of furniture and it's garbage. So you can just tell that they put a lot of thought and effort into making the space luxurious and comfortable. There's this big ballroom right here. It's an event space. We haven't seen any events here so far, but it's very pretty. It's one of those spaces that already looks nice, so I feel like if you're having an event in here, you won't have to do too much. The light fixtures are gorgeous. It has this nice backdrop with a bunch of vases. You can probably like set up like a snack table or a drink table here. And then if you're having an event here, there's elevators that come right down to the event space. They don't really have like a meeting room or a conference room in this building. However, if you wanted to do some work and you wanted some isolation, there's a nice reading nook over here. There's a plug, so if you want to charge your computer or iPad or whatever. Here's another example of them having icons. Aretha Franklin, and we have Eminem on our floor, and we have Madonna. We were here last night and we were able to get a mocktail. We are here during the daytime to see the difference. It's obviously way less crowded. However, if you are coming to this hotel and you want to come to the rooftop bar and actually get food and drinks and then sit down, I would highly suggest you reserve your table, because if you look around, all the tables are reserved. There's only a few that you can get to that aren't reserved, unless you're going to have to sit at the bar. They get booked and busy, as you saw last night. The daytime is more chill. You can hear yourself talk. It also has really nice views. You can see like the Detroit skyline, which is really pretty up here. Cheers! Yep, 2 for 2. We are here. Experience Zuzu, our final restaurant. In case you're wondering, Violet, if you're reviewing the Godfrey Hotel, why aren't you staying on property for dinner? One thing you'll find out about the Godfrey Hotel is that it's not necessarily made for you to stay there. It doesn't have a spa, doesn't have a pool, doesn't have a sauna. It's a hotel you go to when you want to stay at a luxury hotel, but not necessarily spend your whole vacation within that hotel. You definitely want to venture out and try the restaurants around. You get it for the location, and it's a hotel you go to if you're already come to Detroit and you want a luxury experience. We are officially back in the hotel for the final night, but there's a few things that we need to go over. You remember how last night I was so hyped up about them having wireless chargers? Not the most dependent. It might work, it might not work. Second, they have this pamphlet you can hang on the outside of your door, and it says rise and shine. You can put your room number of guests. It pretty much has the breakfast menu in here. You can check mark whatever it is that you want to eat, any special instructions, put it on your door, delivery time, all that fun stuff, and they'll bring it right to your door. We're doing a speed run. A lot of times hotels have really weak pressure for their showers. This one is not too bad, and my assumption is correct about these soaps. They smell amazing. This bed is extremely comfortable. I've slept on it once. Today's going to be my second night, and I'm very excited to sleep on it again. The only complaint I have to say is, for a 5-star hotel, you expect a bit more pillows, more plushness. Nothing in sight, just 4 pillows. It's enough, but I mean, who doesn't want more pillows? This place has a great TV. It's 65 inch. All you have to do is use the QR code and you can log into your Netflix straight away without even having to put in any logins. The easiest hotel TV I've used. A lot of hotel TVs, even if they're compatible with streaming services, sometimes they just make it more complicated than it has to be. Another gem. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the thermostat that actually works. Because sometimes hotel rooms put thermostats in there and they tease you into thinking that you can actually change the temperature. In this room, you can actually change it. All in all, it was very comfortable to live in this room. The views are magnificent, gorgeous. FYI, we are on the 7th floor, which is the highest floor of the Godfrey, and it's right next to the rooftop bar, especially the room we're in. So that's something to keep in mind. If you are getting a room on the 7th floor, they warn you that it's going to be loud just because the rooftop bar gets really loud at night. However, when you're walking through the hallways, you definitely hear the music and the loudness, but once you get in a room, it's very quiet. And this is 4th of July, so it's bumping. Like, we just came from that area because that's where the elevators are, and it was loud. The minute you enter your room, quiet. So I wouldn't say it's much of a problem, but just to be on the safe side, if you are one that does not like any kind of noise when you're in your hotel room, I would definitely suggest staying on the 6th floor or a floor lower. With that being said, guys, that was my review of the only 5-star hotel in Detroit. It was a pleasure. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos coming your way, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.